Just wanted to come on and say that a lot of the negative comments that I'm receiving, it's not necessarily negative. They're just angry, and so angry, and they're not angry at me.
So, can I get a kiss?
No.
Oh.
Why you gotta say it like that?
Damn.
Because I'm tired and fine. Why are you using my marker?
Yeah, why are you using a marker?
Look at that face.
Don't look at me because I snitched. Get
Ew, that face.
No wonder the thing was open when I opened it because I closed it. Evil freaking person.
3 hours later.
Oh, it's gone.
Your grandson is super greedy. I accidentally dropped a wafer, and then he went to go dive inside my. He said 5 second rule, so I can. And then I went to go pick up the white wafer. He dived.
Get to sweeping. What are you doing?
He dived into my bag of tappies.
Oh shit. You like them? I
And
see
he
the
said-
baby eat them too.
And he said
They're not hot.
He said they're not. It's
I think
not
they're
stealing. I was
nasty.
like, you stole from me. What you mean? No. Ew!
No, she
Don't put
didn't
that in there.
She
That's
didn't-
not stealing.
Put it in trash. Put it in trash. She
You
must
try
not
to put
want
it
it.
in here at the bin.
She sucked all the stuff off. Huh? Don't want it here. So oh, it's all ooh, it's sitting there. Damn, Drea, look at all of them.
Mom, can you close this? I put the eggs in.
It's not gonna close all the way. No, just stick it in the fridge. It's fine. It don't need to be. It really don't need a lid. It's not gonna. It's not gonna go bad without a lid.
Mom, is this okay that I put this in here?
Yeah, that's fine. It's okay.
Okay.
Oh, look at Sissy helping. Oh, the big girl.
She holding the dustpan.
No?
Shit.
You don't know.
You helping?
Attachment.
This is our nighttime routine. Say nighttime routine, right?
No.
Well, technically, it's not nighttime.
What bag is it?
Well,
It's close enough.
yeah. They trying to get it done so they don't have to go to.
It's only
They don't have to do it.
$6.39.
I know.
What? I thought it was like 7, 8 something. What the? We could stay for a while.
Yeah. Well, at least it's done. It'll be done.
Look, I'm done. I'm done.
There's something wrong with this child.
Wait, do you do the dishes in here?
No, put it in there.
Keep it in here for
Yeah.
4 years. So I take this thing out.
Yeah, you can take it out.
Ow, my stomach hurts now.
You gotta tire yourself out and go to bed in like 15 minutes.
I want to go to bed.
Well, then stop running.
Ted. Where did I get this from?
You tell me.
They don't make them clean without the line.
Try to steal my book. It wouldn't taste right. No. Yeah. This is my book. It's my book. Fine. I get to have this then. She said no. It's fine. Then this is mine. Are you supposed to be helping your brother? While he over there trying to swag in life?
Something's wrong with her.
People do the dishes now. I was out for a few hours, Nana. I don't know if you gotta help. That's what I'm doing this, and you're
She didn't want
supposed to help.
that wasn't what she wanted to play with, so she didn't argue for it.
I fell asleep for a few hours. Can I have this egg?
So what do you think about Trump?
He is a horrible man.
Trump.
I wanted to end up killing him. I was like, where?
Talking.
Can I have this egg?
Yeah.
Children hating on him.
No, you can't have it.
He got toddlers. I'm hating on him. I bet you got people, kids of their age, her age, are hating on him.
So what do you think about Trump?
He's ugly. And he's orange.
With his orange hair, he's a cartoon character.
No, his skin is literally orange. Fired! I wish there was a thing where it
Andrea,
brings back Obama. Get fired! He literally stinks!
what do you think about Trump?
You're stupid. Bring back Obama. Why would you build a wall for non-Mexicans to get in?
Bring back Obama.
It's fine. Yeah. Justice, what do you think about Trump?
This is
So what do you think about Trump, Araya? Araya, what do you think about Trump?
This is for him. No. He is boring.
You don't like him?
This is Trump.
Well, if you break it,
I didn't break it.
Daddy's gonna beat you.
No! Well, she was explaining what Trump was. Yeah. I didn't break it.
I said if you break it. No, I think you did. You broke a piece off.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it's right here.
No!
Oh, look at that.
I gotta leave that before he kills me.
It's alright. Here.
Mom, are you sure we comes to break?
Yes, it's okay, Justice.
I've used it a million times.
He just wants to make sure.
Make sure you don't forget none of it. You empty this out. She probably ain't gonna eat that. Empty that out.
So I'm sitting here messaging my sister, and I'm just going like back in like all the pictures, and I forgot that she sent me a picture of my dad when he was young, and I'm like looking at this picture and I'm like, holy crap. So this is a picture of my dad, you guys, when he was young. The other picture that I showed you guys in What's My Nationality, he was actually like about 50, 51. I want to say that he's probably in his 20s or early 30s in his picture, but I can't believe that's my dad. It's crazy. He doesn't even like look the same from what I remember as a kid. It just doesn't renaissance with me like this is my dad. But yeah, she said she got a photo album for my brother, and this was in the photo album. So yeah, that's crazy. But I kind of see like similarities, especially with Araya's face, and yeah, it's crazy. And then she also sent me a picture of my grandmother. Hold on, I gotta find it. So this is a picture of my great grandmother. Doesn't it like you have the same nose? My sister was like that you have the same nose as her. So that's my great grandmother on my mother's side. That's actually her grandmother. So ain't that crazy how like genes work, to think like that's my dad and then that's my grandmother, and it's like there's similarities in both sides. Like I see where like the cheekbones and everything is, but yeah, like that's so crazy.
But Mom, did your great grandma pass away?
Yeah, she passed away, but I remember going to our house. I remember going to our house and watching the Home Shopping Network. And we weren't allowed to change the channel.
Ew, my hands smell nasty.
What do they smell like?
They smell weird. Can I wash them with the soap?
Yeah.
Okay.
Weirdo. But yeah. I just think it's crazy how genes work when you have so many people in like your history and everything. But yeah, like I guess I guess with my great grandmother I have like this part of my great grandmother and my mom. Well, not so much my mom, but like more so this. And I think with like my mom I have like her round face and her cheekbones, and then with my dad I have his Asian eyes, like the almond shaped Asian looking eyes.
Almond? You guys are watching the movie?
It's just a description.
Come on,
So yeah, like my eyes are for my dad. That's my dad. That's the other picture you can't really tell, and I couldn't really tell because I always thought that like I kind of looked more like my mom than my dad. But now seeing this picture, I kind of see where I favor my dad in a sense. And because a lot of people, when I was a kid growing up, they always said that I look like my dad, but I never saw it. But now I see it. And on Sundays, I just relax. I don't really do anything exciting. Usually I sit upstairs in a room with Leon and we just talk and conversate and, you know, talk about things that we want to accomplish. And so, like, I only came downstairs, honestly, to monitor the children. But, yeah, today's going to be a boring vlog.
Mom, ring the doorbell.
Boo-hoo. Oh, you were talking about
Blow. Messed up her hair. She's back in my hand. Killed her.
You're so silly. Ooh, that face.
You're done, Stokes! Don't set foot in my gymnasium again!
And before anybody says anything, that's Leon's mom's TV. They said we were supposed to pawn all our stuff, but nobody will take it.
Why we got going all this stuff? Oh, we got herpes.
The original subscribers know how Leon is when he says herpes.
Ryan, what are you doing? Why are you trying to put a shirt on your leg?
Milk
Do you think they're pants?
No, it's like half case of size.
Are those big underwear?
Sure.
No, bigger than that. I know.
Shower.
Dude, did you forget to take your pen?
Why is the only one who's
Mirko Krokop.
Kevin Randleman. Hey guys, I just wanted to say, what you guys...
Paper.
She's making a smoothie.
Tastes good.
That's good.
I couldn't use the whistling that came with it.
You don't want to put no spinach or nothing in it?
Huh?
No spinach?
All I wanted was the where is this? Yes.
I have to buy some.
Protein pack.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted was that. And I knew that one been in the freezer too long. And I put in mixed berries.
I'm gonna have to go get some. I think I can get some on the food stamp card. Yeah. So I was just telling my mother-in-law, on the back of certain foods you can actually get on food stamps. If it says nutrition facts or nutritional value, you can get it on food stamps at certain stores. Let me repeat that, at certain stores. Now, my mother-in-law said that she tried to go to like Price Rite and she couldn't get something off of food stamps. But like I said, it has to be at certain stores like Walmart, Sam's Club, and BJ's. They might allow it to go through the computer. But whereas if it says supplement value or supplement facts on the back of the food, you can't get it. And I only know that because somebody told me that works at a grocery store. So yeah, if you guys are like diabetic, or if you need to be able to up your weight, or say if you have like digestional problems and the only thing you can eat is like those nutritional drinks, those supplement drinks or whatever, then maybe that might be helpful for you. So yeah, I know a lot of people don't know that, and I'm probably giving away a secret that I'm not supposed to, but I figured it will help other people out there that might be able to can use it, because I know there's a lot of people that commented and said that they have like digestive issues.
People on disability that gets low income.
Yeah.
And low food stamps.
Yeah.
Because I only get $54, so you got to stretch what you can.
Yeah.
And that's one thing what could help, and I didn't know that.
Yeah. Like my father-in-law is diabetic and he lost a lot of weight, so they put him on like the Boost drinks, and you can get them on food stamps at like Walmart or something. It just depends on the store. Some stores are going to deny you for it. It just depends on how their system works out. But I was told that as long as it says nutritional facts and not supplement facts on the back, you can get it on food stamps. And again, it just has to be certain stores.
Excellent. That's excellent.
Yeah, it's a good tip. And then if you aren't aware of Risha, I believe her name is, she's about 40 years old. She has 4 kids, and she even mentioned that you can use your food stamp card to go to museums. You can use them for, she said something else. I have to double check, but go check out her channel. I'll leave the link down in the description box. But she did say that you can use your food stamps card to get discounts, or you can get it places for free. And I didn't know that. I didn't know that you can use your food stamp card for that. So I'm going to take the kids to the museum. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, she said that you can do that, and she don't receive benefits, but I didn't know that you can do that. So yeah, she told me on her video, she was like, yeah, you can go to the museum with your food stamp card. You can either go for free, it depends on your area. You can either go for free, or you can get a huge discount and be able to go to museums in certain places for free.
5 children, and you and take them all to see.
Yeah, because they always have nice expos. Like, they have dinosaur expos, Lego expos, all types of stuff there. And I didn't know that you can do that with your food stamp card. So food stamp card, having a food stamp card is not just about food. It's not just about having medical. It's not about having cash. There's so many other benefits to having food stamps. So don't let nobody make you feel ashamed for receiving it for your family. It doesn't matter how much you get. You're able to receive a lot. And you can also get,
like, you're going to be on it forever.
yeah, and you're not supposed to be on it forever. You're supposed to only be on it just so you can get yourself off of it and get through the rough time that you're going through.
Yeah.
That's all it's supposed to be there.
On your feet.
Yeah.
Sometimes people go through a rough patch.
Yeah.
Nobody should be down on no one, because they may be the next person.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people in the comments that were honest, and they were saying, like, I'm literally 1 paycheck away from needing the assistance, or 1 or 2 paychecks away from needing the assistance. So don't judge somebody else because of what they're receiving. And just because you get off of it, don't throw it in people's faces because you no longer use it. Like,
you might go back on.
Yeah, you might end up going right back onto it because of some type of situation might put you right back into that situation where you need it again. So
they don't need you at your job no more, and you ain't got no more paycheck.
Yeah, you end up getting. And a lot of people are always talking about the shutdown, but the shutdown does not only affect people that are receiving welfare. This also affects Social Security. This also affects the people that are government employees. These are government employees have to struggle without pay. Don't make it into a joke about, or make it lighthearted about just food stamp recipients, because that's not who's the only one that's going to be affected by this. And it just annoys me because when all I hear about is the shutdown, and automatically people think about people that are on welfare. That's not the case. Like, a lot of people are not getting paid, and you're more concerned about people on welfare. Like, it's not about just people on welfare. Yes, it sucks, you know, if we don't get our payments, but at the same time, it's not a big deal to us because we're gonna make a way. People that are poor will always make a way. Yes. Like,
yes, and people that are not
don't know
trying to figure it out.
Yeah,
and don't know how to make a way.
Right.
And that benefit is not there for them because the government shut down for a wall that Mexicans will not use because they build tunnels, stupid. How do you think they've been getting in this country? They're not going across no wall or no fence to avoid being shot.
Yeah,
they
and
build tunnels.
And then there's also there's airplanes, and then there's also ships.
And they pay people money.
Yeah, to get here. So
there's other ways than the $30 billion wall that you stupid's income, just as well as anybody else working, is going to pay and make your taxes go up.
Yeah.
To pay for it. Vote for Trump again. And he's going to do something else, and you'll be out of a job, and you'll be on assistance, and then you'll be screaming the same thing that everybody else is screaming. Get Trump out of there. Put him back on television where that's where he's best at. On TV. Yes. He don't know government. No. Take him out of politics. He doesn't know politics. He says one thing, go get Mexico to pay for the wall. Now he recanting his whole story. And now we gotta pay for it. He didn't say that. Yeah. Yeah, so I just had to come on here and say that because, like, it just irks my nerves that people just have this assumption that the only people that are going to be affected by this is people that receive welfare. No. Prison officers, COs are going to be affected by this. The FDA, the people that monitor our food are going to be affected by this. Yes. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's not just us that's going to be affected by it. Like, look, like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if anybody else understands what I'm saying, but like, if you really think about it,
poor people will make a way. We will figure something out to make sure our family is fed. You guys are not really even thinking about welfare recipients. When you think about welfare recipients, you're only thinking about black people. What about the elders? What about the people that are on Social Security and that worked their whole life to receive Social Security? Is old.
I'm old. I'll be 60. Better be hoping that you be able to live to see my 59 in February. I'll be 60 to live to see my age. People are dying.
And if you're wondering, she was alive when the whole segregation was going on. So,
yeah, I got the nigga call from the teacher. Yeah, I went to all black school. Then had to transfer over when they segregated. And here my teacher called me nigga. Go sit down, nigga. And then you think twice when you hear that word and you're using it playfully. When you're not distinguishing between nigger and nigga. Because there is a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Some of you don't know that and you're just still saying it.
So with that being said, I did want to come on here and say that a lot of the people that are commenting on my chat, on the video, or all my videos that are being negative or have something horrible to say, really, they're going through something bad themselves. They're struggling themselves and they're not understanding how is it possible that I'm able to provide my family with what I have. And to them, they feel like because I have all these kids, or because of the fact that we're black, that we just abuse the system the whole time for like the past 13 years. It's sad that people believe that because of so many people, not just on YouTube, but so many different outlets that show the bad side of what food stamps is. And not to mention, there was a lady back in the 70s who people are calling the welfare queen, which has now been utilized a lot in today's age about people that are on welfare. And a lot of people don't know that the original welfare queen actually had 80 different identities, so many different addresses and phone numbers to cheat the system. And you know, it's sad that there's this stigma or this idea about what, you know, food stamps is about or what public assistance is about. And a lot of people don't understand that public assistance is not just for food stamps. It's also WIC, it's also child care subsidy, it's also housing, it's also veteran benefits, it's also Social Security. So when people say that they pay taxes for us to eat, I don't think they know how it really works. And when people say mean things, it's really because they're hurting themselves, they're struggling themselves. And that's the whole point of my platform, is to spread awareness that it's not just my family. And I'm not, you know, doing the grocery hauls to brag or anything like that. It's to show people that you can utilize the benefits that you're using to make a better living for yourself. And it's no point in throwing it in people's faces and to make people feel like they don't matter. And that's why I don't comment anything negative. I don't respond negative. I just try to educate people or give people a kind of an understanding or a background. And if they come back in a negative way, I'm usually sarcastic about it, because life is too short. Life is already throwing us so many punches as it is that it's no point of being negative. We can be negative in just our regular day-to-day life, and just to be allowing ourselves to get to that level, to get to that point that we have to be mean and degrading and belittling to other people that don't know, they don't understand, and they make assumptions based off of what they see on TV and on social media and on YouTube. I know, baby, you're ready for night-night. So it's like, you know, it's hard to explain. I don't know if I'm even making any sense, but as I'm going through the comments and everything like that, and I'm responding, I'm starting to understand that a lot of the people that are commenting are saying that they're struggling themselves and they don't qualify for food stamps and they don't qualify for any of the benefits or anything like that. And, you know, I know a lot of people mean well, and that's why I don't respond negatively, because, you know, a lot of people do mean well and they are providing suggestions and they are trying to understand how is it possible? How is it possible that I have all these kids, and why would I have all these kids knowing I live in poverty? And you know, I haven't lived on food stamps my whole life. It would have been nice, most likely, but to be honest, now that I have it, I don't want it. I'd rather pay for my own way as I was doing before. It's not worth it. It's not, like, you know, the amount that I'm receiving is not even worth it, to be honest with you, because I'm so accustomed to a certain lifestyle and I'm accustomed to living a certain way that, you know, I don't like how I'm living. I'd rather have the income that I want to have. Leon was making like $30-something an hour, sometimes even more, depending on the jobs that he was working on when he was doing lead and asbestos. So for me to go from that to this, it's hard. It really is. A lot of people may assume because we have this nice house and we're just sitting on our bums or something like that. Like, no, I'm really working my butt off to strive for a better life. Even if it means I have to go back to paying $80 a week for us to eat, I don't care. I mean, I'd rather live that life than live this, but I'm not going to sit here and put my kids through the struggle because that's how I want to live. If I qualify for something, I'm going to accept the help. And I have to say thank you to you guys, because a lot of you guys are the ones that told me, why don't you apply for public assistance? Why don't you apply for it? Why don't you ask for the help that you're going to get? Why don't you accept the help? Because for the longest time, I was being stubborn. I was one of those people that would refuse to go get public assistance because I felt like we got it like that. We didn't need it. Like, we didn't deserve it, or we weren't entitled to even having it because we had all these kids. And so a lot of you told me, you know, screw that. Like, your husband's a vet. He put in his time. You guys work. She worked. You worked. Like, why not? And so really, it was you guys that were the ones that pushed me to go apply for public assistance, and for me to be able to have less stress on my back, for being able to support my family and to be able to take care of my kids. But that's besides the point. I just wanted to come on and say that a lot of the negative comments that I'm receiving, it's not necessarily negative. They're just angry, and so angry, and they're not angry at me. They're angry at their government. They're angry at the people that are in charge, that we allowed in office to be our voice. And they're tired. They're tired of how things are going, and that's why I have this platform, is because I want to speak for those people. I get it. I understand that you're angry and you're pissed off because you don't understand why the 1% of people that are out there showing off and making it seem like, you know, this is the life to live. I want to be that platform for you guys to be like, you know what? Fuck that. We're not dealing with this shit no more. You know, but we don't need Trump for that shit either. We need to have somebody in office and in our houses, in our Senate houses, in our representative houses, and in the White House, speaking up for the people that actually deserve it. And I'm not talking about the, you know, the people that don't give a shit and don't want to work and don't want to get themselves better, give themselves a better life. I'm talking about the middle class people, and I'm also talking about the people that want better and want to live a better life and are willing to go out there and work 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs just to support their family. And that's the people I want to advocate for. And I hope you guys will stick with me and keep giving me, you know, all your information. Talk to me. My link is down below so that you can contact me or message me. Even if you don't want your name out there, I will use your story to get more people, get the situation out there so that we can make a difference. We can make a change for what needs to be done in our country. I appreciate you. I thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
I want you to show me how to get to know someone like you, someone like you. I want you to know me, 'cause I know then you'll see we could be true, we could be true. I want